way of doing things. I prefer our Southern cuisine, but they got some nice upscale spots, man. They got some nice places where you can go get you some lamb chops, some prime rib, shit like that. Okay, I don't know what happened. Maybe he'll pop back in a second, man. Well, it's a good time for us to go ahead and intro the show, man. What's happening, y'all? It's the BOTB live show, Hummmpday Happy Hour Tap In. What's going on, good people? Y'all know what time it is. I'm Jay Walker the Third. That's my brother, my partner, Carolina Dirt. What's happening with you?
Hey, shit, man. Dan,
go ahead, your brother. My bad. No, you go ahead. I'm sorry, y'all go ahead, brother.
Hey, shit, man. It's the Hummmpday Happy Hour Tap In, man. We close to a weekend, and my brother say we close to a long weekend because Memorial Day weekend. Shit, I'm ready for it, bro. The weather, like we were just talking before we went live, like the weather's starting to. It got hot up here for a minute, then it cool off. It's perfect outside right now. Shit, it feels good.
Y'all gonna be barbecuing this weekend? Who barbecuing this weekend?
I ain't doing neither. Oh,
you see how shiny my face is. You see the chubbiness of the cheeks. I'm gonna be out there with the Jerusalem 5 zone with a white towel.
All right, come on then. Come on. Come on
hey,
with the grill now.
Well, look, we have a new member of the pod, man. Everybody come on, it's family, man. So we're going to welcome Mr. Craig Davis of 2255 Custom Hats. How are you this evening, sir?
Man, I'm sensational, brother. Thankful to be here. Thanks for the invite, brother. We here.
Hey, man, look, we like to talk to people such as yourself, stylish young entrepreneurs, keeping black folks with that, with that pizzazz, man. Don't let the sweatshirt hoodie fool you. We be with the shit, man. So I'm glad that you're here to join us, man. We're gonna talk to you about 2255 and just some other stuff that's going on, man.
All right, let's get to it.
Hey. What you got, Carolina?
Nah, I was gonna say, man, I appreciate him coming on. You know, we were talking earlier about an hour ago. He was talking about how he was trying to get to us and come on the show. So I appreciate you taking the time out and doing it.
In a real way.
I'm thankful for the invite, Doc. We here. I'm thankful for the invite.
And for a little backstory, I think I told my brother, like Mr. Govan spoke of you. We had him on here about 2 weeks ago, and he spoke of you. But I had seen, I think your hats came across my timeline a while back. But you got some dope shit. We'll get into it.
All right, let's go.
Right. The haberdasheries and the milliners, man. These are the official words. These are the proper terms that you should use to describe what the gentleman does. Like I said, the lid that he got on now is super fire, man.
Yeah.
Oh man, thank you, brother. Thank you, man. I appreciate that right there, Doc. Thank you, brother.
So give us a little rundown on 2255, man. The birthing of it, the idea of it, just where do you start your journey?
Well, actually, man, listen, it's a unique story. The name itself, which is 2255, I kept having over like several years, man. I would have a dream, and God would show me that number. And every time I would wake from my dream, I would hear God say the same thing, that this number is gonna make you a very wealthy man. So I would be like, is it playing the lottery? And God was like, no. Is it an address? No. Yeah, what is it gonna be? And initially I wanted to do a shoe line, a custom shoe line. And I spoke to a friend of mine back where I'm from in Richmond, Virginia, who was advice I tremendously respect, and he was like, no, don't do that. So I was like, I'm gonna do something. And maybe a few months later, man, I came up with the idea about the hats. I had cut my hair bald, and I was just wearing and doing it myself. And everywhere I went, somebody was like, man, who did your hat? Who did your hat? And it just took off. and here we are. Yeah.
All right, man. That's
Hey, real
amazing.
quick, and I want to say
And
he did.
no,
I,
I'm
I
sorry, bro.
want to
Go ahead.
say, I want to say, God didn't answer. You said what you were supposed. Did you win the lottery? Yeah, because you started your own small business, and then you said, "Are you supposed to be here?" And He put you in a position where you at. So He did
Well,
answer
look
both
at
of those.
well, thank you, brother. You know, I'm gonna take that one right there with me now. I'm gonna take that one with me, brother. Yeah, we here, man. And you
Yeah.
know what, man? Listen, and I'm thankful. And I'm always humbled. Um, you know, when like he asked me to come on your podcast, I'm humbled by such things, man. That's why I was like, man, I gave my word, but I thought the time was earlier. I thought the time was early. I was like, oh, man, I done gave this man my word that I'm gonna do this podcast, and late with my flight. So, well, we here. Bottom line, man, we here and on time.
All right, man. Look,
Here
in
on
a
time.
real way, man, because it don't take much to not be somewhere. It don't take much to not to take these opportunities, man. I appreciate the divinity in your story. You feel me? The 2255 coming to you like that, and you feeling the need to do something with it. Um, I've been on this thing here lately, man, where I'm trying to let people know, sit down somewhere, man. He talking, you just won't sit down to receive it sometimes. You think your life is jacked up or you think that things ain't going the way that you need them to go. Take a minute and acknowledge it, man. So I'm all about divine intervention.
Well, let me say something here, Doc. One of the reasons why you have what you're talking about is what folks give their ear to. You know, and and I'm just gonna say this. I know some folks probably gonna get mad with me, but I got to say it anyway, Doc. You had too many black men of influence
Mm,
during the time of the election that made our now president as if he was the second coming of Jesus Christ himself.
mm,
There are a couple of things that are at play here. The first thing is that all things work together for the good of those that love the Lord. Most folks ain't checking their love life. How much do you love God? That's just a prerequisite to working out for you. All you got to do is love God. They sounds simple, but I think it's a little hard most times because of what you give your ear to. So if my
right.
ear is to that, oh man, that man he become president, you ain't gonna have this, you ain't gonna have that. Where the Bible records that whoever sits in high places, it comes from God. That comes from God. That's just some straightening right there for those who are believers of the word of God. God determines who sits where. And if that's God's determination about who's going to sit at 1900 Pennsylvania Avenue, the White House, listen, man, I know I'm covered. One of the reasons I know I'm covered is because I'm a faithful tither. There ain't going to be no
Okay.
holes in my pocket. Ain't going to be one thing broke after another thing being broke. No, that's not what the words say. The words say when you tithe, there will be no holes in your pocket. And there's one more thing that it says as well. Well, it says several things, but one thing in particular as it relates to men like me and the two of you all who have your own business, it says that I will increase the gifting of your hands. That's the
Mm,
promise when you tithe. They ain't got a damn thing to do who would part bad grammar but good intention. They ain't got a damn thing to do with who sit in that White House. That come
right.
from God, Doc. That
Say
come from
that.
God. Good, listen, good, bad, or indifferent. I can only tell you about me and my household. All things work together for my good. That's it. That's it, Doc. It's
I,
what you
I
give your
got
ear to.
I got caught up in the last election or the first time he ran, not the last election. So this time I just wasn't with it, man. And uh, my mother, God fearing and devout, she said he ain't in charge.
Yep.
So once he gave me that word that he wasn't in charge,
Come
I
on, mama.
stopped. I stopped caring. I'm not gonna lie and say I don't hear a lot of the foolishness that he be talking about, but he don't rule or run or dictate my life.
But you know, here's the thing, Doc. I like to see God show up and show out. I hear your mother, and I heard two words: steadfast and unmovable. That's how your mama sound to me.
Indeed.
steadfast and unmovable. Man, listen, his promises are still yes and amen. That's your promises in Psalms 23. All listen, man, listen. Because we belong to him, he gonna make sure you win. Again, see, and now we'll come back full circle. Is what you listen to. We had
There
too
you go.
many black men of influence and women as well, but too many black men and women of influence who made that man the second coming of Jesus Christ. And that's just some real talk right there now.
That
You
is.
made that man God. So when you have men and women who don't have an ear to hear, like your mother has an ear to hear. She has an ear to hear from God. That's why she can talk like she talk. That's some God talk right there. But when you don't have an ear to hear from God, man, you'll listen to any damn thing. You'll be just like that prodigal son eating from that pigsty. You'll eat from every damn hatred, racism, poverty, sickness. Oh yeah, it's a laundry list of things you'll eat from when you're not tuned into what you should be listening to, that'll edify you, that'll glorify God, that'll bring you wealth, that'll bring you health, yet prosperity. Oh, I can run it down. It's what you tune your ear into, Doc. So you saying something right now, Doc. Whose report you gonna believe? What you listening to? And
People
as
poison
a little
themselves
side
every
note,
day.
listen, I'm just gonna go and say this. Because it's eating at me. I want him to cut every damn thing. I want him to cut every damn thing that he want to cut that he think gonna hurt men and women who look like me. There's a pilgrimage, Doc, that every African American needs to take. You know where they need to go? They need to go to DC, not the White House this time. They need to go to DC to go up there to that African American museum, so they can see
For
every
sure.
good and great thing that men and women have created who look like me. See, most folks don't know where they come from. So
Right.
when you don't know what you come from, you'll fall for anything. Here it is right here. You'll make anybody your God. When you don't know who you are, I say cut it. Cut it. Every damn thing he can cut, cut it. Don't you know that necessity is the mother of all inventions?
Okay.
Necessity is the mother of all inventions. And the greatest inventions in this world share my skin color. Hell, you talking about, boy?
Hey.
Straight up. The greatest inventors in this world share my skin color. All you got to do is fact check me. It's right up there in Washington, D.C. It's right up there in Washington, D.C. It's right up there in Washington, D.C. That African American, go see it. And it's going to blow your mind. It's going to blow your mind so high, it'll never return to its former place after you leave out of there.
Okay.
Because you're going to be able to identify. You're going to be able to identify what at least 10 of the artists, 10 of the inventors that you're going to come across, you're going to be able to identify with them. It's going to stir your soul. It's
Yeah,
going
I
to stir
can't
your
call no
soul.
names right now, but you talking about the developments and creations of the internet. You talking about the super soaker gun, the
Talk
super
about
soaker
it.
water gun. You talking
Keep
about
going.
open heart surgery. You talking about
Charles
a black
Drew.
woman
Come on.
creating a GPS system that we all use with
Talk
these
about it.
smartphones.
You preaching real
Hey,
good right now.
hey, man, look, these are the things. These are
Yeah.
the things that I've been made aware of throughout, you know, our life. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people. My mom had African American encyclopedias.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying?
that's deep.
We had encyclopedias in the house at a young age. Now, don't get it twisted. I jacked them things off because I was not a good student, but it wasn't because my mom didn't make the effort. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I had to learn these things, but she made it a point to give us access to those things. You feel me? I ain't even going front, man. It's been a crazy week, man. Y'all heard about the Nottoway plantation?
Yeah, burning.
No, I'm not familiar with it. Bring me up to speed, brother.
Nottoway Plantation is a now event venue that used to be a slave plantation in
Okay.
Louisiana. I think on Wednesday it caught on fire and burned to the ground. Now they was using
Mm,
this place. They want to erase all the history of black folks, but now they saying that this place was a part of history. They throwing weddings and all kinds of stuff. You know, people that don't necessarily share the amount of melanin that we have in our skin, they use
Right.
it
I understand
as
that.
they tribute, and they feel some kind of way about losing the history, but not the history that y'all trying to get rid of. You can't get rid of it and keep it.
Well,
You know
here's
what
the
I'm
thing,
saying?
my brother. I want you to hear what I'm getting ready to say, right? If overall we hear that they not reporting the education the right way, what difference does it make if they take it? If the consensus is, I got to go get this a little bit right here now. If the consensus is that they not teaching Black history correctly, what the hell do you give a damn if they take it?
Yeah.
Why the hell do you care?
For
Teach your
sure.
own children. Teach your own, like you said your mother did. Teach your own children. Teach your own children. Make that pilgrimage up there to Washington, D.C. and see. Go see. Go see what God has done. Go see. If you say they teaching it wrong, I tell you, sometimes I hear Black folks say some things, boy, that I have to scratch my own head. Like, what the hell are you talking about? If you say they ain't teaching it right, if you say that they keep it from us, they ain't teaching right, what bit of goddamn difference do it make if they take it?
It don't.
That part.
If they ain't, I have to calm myself down now. Listen, if they not teaching it right, if you say they're not teaching it right, I concur. If they're not giving it all to us, what difference does it make if they totally take it? When you have the ability, in your very own home to educate your children, think about that. Because when I think about it, and if I had a different skin color, I'd be laughing at folks who look like me. That's got to be the dumbest thing in the world. Look what they're doing. They don't want me to take it, but they don't want to teach shit our children either.
Right.
But you say if I leave it, I ain't teaching you right. If I'm just talking about if my skin color was any different than what it is right now, I'm telling you what I think they would be thinking about. They say we don't teach it right. They say we keep it from them. They say we lied about how Columbus got here and what we did to the Native Americans, and we lied about the Moors being here first and the Moors teaching us how to read. We've lied about everything. You say we've lied. What difference does it make if I take it from you? If I have not given it to you correctly?
They
And look
just
at they
want to
bitching and
cherry pick
whining.
the history.
Listen, listen. And now they got the nerve to be bitching and whining that I've taken it. You said I won't give it to you right. You said I won't give it to you right. Now you want to bitch, whine, and complain because I've taken it. Think.
But they didn't.
Hold on. I got one more thing.
Yeah.
And you want me to respect you.
Yeah.
And you want me to respect you. You want me to respect you. You don't respect yourself enough to learn your history. Hell you talking about? You don't respect yourself enough to learn your own history. You count on me. You count on men who share my skin color. If I were not Black is what I'm talking about. You expect me, I don't share your skin color. It shouldn't be my responsibility to tell you about you and who look like you. That shouldn't be my responsibility. Why should it be?
It's not.
Why would my responsibility be to tell you about your lineage? Why? Because I'm your master? I'm your master. I'm your master. I'm your God. That's what I am to you. You ain't gonna make without me.
What I was gonna say, like they talk about taking our, but they didn't take our mind. And the other thing about the building is, you can't be screaming. These YT people out here screaming about this building, but you turn an eye when they burn churches. You talking about this building,
certain churches.
but when they burn certain churches, you act like you ain't hear that in the news. You act like that doesn't bother you. But I feel you. If my whole thing, mine is kind of like yours. If you take everything, they gonna realize they can't survive without us. So if you ever notice, whenever they talk something about us and they feel like they disrespecting us, they throw a dollar sign in our face. Whenever they do something disrespectful, they throw a dollar sign in our face. And what do some of us do? We take that dollar.
Go get the dollar.
The weakest link of us. But every single time, if you notice, me and Cole were talking. If you notice, he went at the Latinos. He went at the Hispanics. He went at all these people, but he has yet to directly say, "You black folk, I'm after you." You know why? My conspiracy theorist is this. The Latinos, it's a lot of Latinos and Hispanics. Some are legal, some ain't. Some are legal and some ain't. If he can get rid of them, they can find a way to control us. But they know if they come at us, they got to come with a serious force. So it's a strategic play.
Especially now.
You cannot come at what race. There's only one race where you don't hear about warriors, and that's the white race. You've never heard a warrior and white race in the same sentence. You've heard
they like to throw the Vikings, but that's a small percentage of people.
But you got the Chinese warriors, you got the Aztec warriors, you got the Mexican warriors, you got the African warriors, you got the Chinese warriors, you got the Japanese warriors, you got the Vietnamese warriors. You don't hear people talking about white warriors. You got white soldiers.
That's the point of putting everybody in their proper compartment. You feel me? I'm going to look at it the other way. I feel like right now, and I've said this on the last few shows, black people showing up to the party and they showing up with knowledge of self. They showing up with their foundations. They showing up with their knowledge of the world, period. You know what I'm saying? Like, black folks are showing their pride. Like, when the thing happened with this new election and what is it, 47, 46, whatever it is,
47.
We didn't care collectively. Yeah, we did our best to try to get the outcome that we thought we wanted. And that's another thing altogether. I don't have no ill will towards Kamala Harris, but she wasn't necessarily gonna fix shit. You feel me? We took for granted that because she was a woman of color, that she would be able to fix the shit that they actively trying to tear up. But when we didn't get the outcome, when it was a couple of days later, we had that beef with black women, like black men didn't do what they wanted to do. And then we found out black men did what black women did. And as a collective group of people, the melanated people, we decided we would take our hands off the wheel. Y'all deal with that shit. Y'all elected them. We already been messed up. We been disenfranchised. We been broke. We've been not getting, we've been through. So welcome to the party, white folks.
And they panicking.
I don't have no ill will towards any man. But I'm not going out of my way to apologize for my blackness. Never again, no more. I'm not going to make myself small in the presence of people because I'm a big, dark-skinned black man. I'm not doing that no more. You feel me? I feel like black people, for the most part, we always going to have the niggas. We going to have that small fraction of ignorant people. But the growing population, when you talk to people that have sense, people that clock in at a job somewhere, these people are proud. They are supporting one another. All the things that we said, they try to say that we don't do, we now doing it quietly.
Yep.
It's not up to us to impress upon you. It's not up to us to march in the streets no more. None of that shit. Because we did it. And some of it moved the needle, and a lot of it did. So get the world you want, but watch your mouth when you talking to us. Watch your behavior when you around us, because nobody is accepting the BS no more.
And open carry is open carry regardless of skin color. What I have been noticing, it's been a lot more black people proudly opening carrying this day and age.
And going to get the instruction. Not just carrying, going to get the instruction to know how to be safe and how to use it if or when there's a time to use it.
But well, you know, it's Dr. King, I think, might have said it best. No lie lives forever. No lie lives forever, Doc. No lie lives forever. And the word God be true, he'll make every man out a liar. Every seed will produce after its own kind. Every seed. The world is built on reciprocity. There's not one thing that you can imagine in your mind that a seed, whether the seed of thought or a physical seed that had to be sown. And there have been some seeds sown in this universe against men and women who share our skin color. Every seed produces after its own kind. Now, I'll be honest with you. I'm not a gun guy. I don't care for guns. That's just my preference. I just don't care for guns. And I'm not too big on the violence thing. Most people who are extremely violent, most often are very poor thinkers.
Yep.
For where I believe we are going in this world, man, collectively as well as individually, Doc, we'll be able to see so clearly. I think it's the awakening. And a lot of folks ain't woke. A lot of folks that said they're woke ain't woke. Here's the reality of things, man. When you woke, what woke says is that I want the same thing for you that I want for me. And at the very same time, I'm going to take care of me first. I got to see about me first, but I want the same thing for you that I want for me. Now, should you decide to whatever it is you got going on, good, bad, or indifferent, and you decide to bring it to my doorstep, then we got a whole nother game plan, Doc. It's a whole nother game plan. I want the same thing for you that I want for me. Here it is. I want perfect health, wealth, love, happiness, success, prosperity, money, power, freedom, wisdom, discipline. I want those things and more. So God decided to give them to me. I want the same thing for every man in the world. I want the same thing for you that I want for me. But if you come any other way other than that right there, we're going to find out. And I totally agree with you about that. And like I said, I don't care for guns, but I know it's a new day. I just know it's a new day.
You don't have to care for guns. Everybody don't need to care for guns. What I will say is what everybody should know how to do if they see a firearm is to be able to make it safe. I get it. I get it. Nobody in their right mind wants to be responsible for putting out somebody's life.
No,
but I'm gonna tell you like this: between me and you feel me? Not you specifically, but you proverbially. I got to get to the house. So
you're right. Boy, listen.
Sometimes it ain't gonna require that fire, but if it required, I'm gonna certify it.
Listen. I will meet you. The Bible says that God said, Jesus, I become all things to all men. I become all things to all men. I think Big Daddy K said how you wanted dope dog food. However it is you want it. That's how it is you want it. Because let me tell you something. And I think for whatever reason, man, we got an opportunity to see in our lifetime, man. Folks stand up and say, boy, this ain't the 60s no more now. This ain't the 60s no more. This ain't the 60s no more now. You got the right man, but you got the wrong plan. You got the right man, but you got the wrong plan today, boy. And while I don't condone violence, I must admit I'm very thankful I've had an opportunity to see that kind of carrying on in my lifetime. Nobody should be abused, and especially simply because of the color of somebody's skin. No, that's. And you know what? Listen, man, I heard a young boy say something on Instagram. It brought tears to my eyes, man. He said, "We were never slaves." And I'm like, "We were never slaves." And he called. Your delivery is always important. He delivered it And it gave time for me to think in my mind, what does he mean we were never slaves? And as soon as I got my thoughts together, he said we were in slavery, but we were never slaves. Boy, listen, that thing is, I feel it right now in my chest, Doc. We was in slavery, but we were never slaves.
Right.
Let me ask you
Too
this.
many folks. Go ahead, brother.
Did your parents growing up, or your aunts and uncles, like they manifest this in you about where you are now, in your thought process when it comes to this?
Well, actually, no, man. I'm gonna tell you what happened. I wound up reading Malcolm X's autobiography as told to Alex Haley. And man, when I tell you, that thing took hold of me, boy. When I read how and I can still, and this was back in the very early 90s, right? So when you read the autobiography of Malcolm X as told by Alex Haley, it's gonna be, the page is gonna be on your left. It's gonna be the page that will be in your right hand. The page to your right. And it tells a story about his mother, about how his dad had been very prominent. Malcolm X's father had been very prominent in the area where they lived at, and his father was murdered, and he was murdered at the hands of some white men, and they laid him on the railroad tracks to make it appear as if it was suicide. And you know, of course, I think he got ran over by a train. Well, anyway, and they didn't want to pay the insurance. They didn't want to pay the insurance out. So we found a number of things that that are real heavy in this situation right here. There's a man that not only was providing for his family, but he was also making sure that in his demise, his family will be taken care of. So Malcolm X's father was a man who was a very responsible man. And you got to think about how many years ago that was. This man had an insurance policy, man, to ensure the financial safety of his family should he leave early or what have you. And of course, he would meet his demise, like I said, from what they said, that it was white men that killed his dad. Well, his mother was getting public assistance. This is what's in the book. His mother was getting public assistance. And one day the social worker came, white woman, social worker came, and they didn't eat pork. Here's another thing that you find. They were health conscious. I'm going somewhere with this thing right here, Doc. They were health conscious before Malcolm joined the Nation of Islam. So his mother tells the social worker, listen, can you bring us beans and rice and things of that nature? Because we don't eat pork. Let me tell you what that white woman did, boy. That white woman took those kids out of that house and put them in foster care. They went to orphanages. Yeah, that's what happened to Malcolm and his sisters. They were separated. That moment in time, his mother, man, lost her mind. From that point on, his mother would spend the rest of her days in a mental asylum. I became so angry, I stopped eating pork. And when I tell you, I became angry about that, Doc, and my spirit has yet to settle from that. I'm somebody, I can't watch movies like 12 Years a Slave and those other slave movies. I just can't. It vexes my spirit, and it takes me to a place, man, where it takes God to calm me down. That's just some real talk right there, Doc. That's what did it for me, brother. That's what did it for me, Doc. That's what did it for me. They took that woman's children, put them in orphanages, separated that family, and the rest of that woman's days, man, she spent in an insane asylum. That's a fact. Read the book. It's there.
That's one out of 1 million stories of the shit that we've had to deal with in this country. You feel me? And if you feel like the whole superiority complex is my problem, in 2025, you still think you just better than me because you look different? That is crazy.
Listen, let me tell you what, I know. Listen, I know some of my people, man, that follow 2255 real heavy. They're gonna be mad when I say, stop answering the nigga. Stop answering to nigga. Stop giving them that power. Who made you a nigga? Because he said it? Because he made that name up? Because he called you nigga? That's what you upset about? Man, when you learn to love you, it won't make a bit of damn difference what nobody got to say about you. And man, listen, it come back full circle again. We got a love issue. The moment I decide to love me, it won't make a bit of damn difference what you got to say about me.
Say that.
You ain't gonna put your hands on me.
Yeah, put your hands on.
You ain't gonna put your hands on me. I don't give a damn. I ain't never been your nigga. I ain't gonna be your nigga tomorrow. I want your nigga yesterday. I ain't your nigga. Hell you talking about, boy?
I'm
Cause you
laughing,
said
but
I'm your nigga. Cause you said I'm your nigga. You first of all, they came up with the term nigga. And if I can take it a little bit further, they the reason you call yourself black. You got black from that man.
For sure.
And let me say this. Because God has allowed me to be around. I gotta say this, man. And I would be remiss if I didn't. That the times, man, that I needed the most help in my life, and I just got to say this, Doc, it was white folks that came along and helped me. Every white man ain't your enemy. And I want to go on record of saying this. Every white man ain't your enemy, and every black man ain't your brother. Yeah. But in this instance of what we're talking about right now, we're talking about that regime that seem to think that they are superior to men and women who look like us simply because of the color of our skin. I ain't never been your nigga. So I don't give a damn about you calling me no nigga. I can tell you what, if I'm in a place of business and you call me nigga, I'm going to make you remember that day. I'm going to make you remember that day right there. It's called an attorney. It's called an attorney. I'm going to make you remember that day right there, boy. You going to remember. You're going to remember that day right there. But if we out in the street and you just passing me and we in Walmart and you ain't got no Walmart shirt on and I know you don't work in Walmart and you say nigga, you just said nigga. You better not have no job uniform on if you call me nigga, boy. Listen, you got the right plan and you got the right man that day. You better believe that. Hell, you talking about? Nah, but man, listen, we have to love ourselves. When you love you innately, there's just gonna be some things, man, that just ain't gonna rattle you.
Yep.
It's just gonna be some things that ain't gonna rattle you, man. That little boy said could have been no more 18 years old. That boy said we were never slaves. We were in slavery, but we were never slaves. And listen, man, when I hear Kanye West talk about it, he's right. He's right. And a lot of folks didn't want to, but the only reason I can say that he's right is because of the level of love I believe I have for myself. When you gonna stop being a slave? Every time somebody say they don't like black folks, you lose your goddamn mind. Stop being so fucking ego-driven. Stop being so ego-driven. Everybody ain't gonna like you. Everybody ain't gonna like you. And here's the thing. If you be the person that you want everybody else to be, it's their loss that they don't like you. Be the person that you want the rest of the world to be. And you know what you'll be saying? It's your loss. It's your loss. Sure. That's simply because of the color of my skin, you'd rather not deal with me. That's your loss. Hell, I feel it. Why would I get bent out of shape? Why would I get bent out of shape? Because you say nigga. Boy, stop, boy. Try something else, boy. Try. You got a better chance telling me my head's
gonna get you nowhere. Yeah, that alone ain't gonna get you it ain't gonna get you nowhere. It ain't gonna get you.
But it is moving, Doc. But it is moving. It is moving, black folks. Black folks lose their mind when they hear a white man don't like them. They lose their damn mind. You wanna make the average black folks lose their mind and become uncouth or come out that square. However it is you want to say it. Tell them that a white man don't like them. He don't like black folks, and it's some niggas I don't like. Hell, you talking about? Just saying, it's some niggas I don't like, and it's some niggas that don't like me. We gotta change, man. Listen, you saying it, brother. Listen, your mother. I believe this, man. I believe me and your mama got cut from that same cloth, Doc. I believe that what your mother was trying to instill in y'all as children, and I hear it today. That the Bible records it, when you teach it to them, once they grow older, they won't depart from it. Your mother was just trying to show you self-love. Yep. That's all she was doing with those encyclopedias, Doc. She was just trying to show you self-love, what looked like you, the greatness in men and women who look like you. And when you find out how great you are, you'll be the second coming of Muhammad Ali. You will be the second coming of Muhammad Ali when you love yourself. You talk about a black man that a white man couldn't tell him shit. Muhammad Ali.
Yeah.
Hey, you
For
talking
sure,
about
for
what?
sure.
But there was a it was the
And hold on. No, let me say this. Let me say this one last thing. And he was very close to a lot of white men. Dundee, for
Right.
one, he loved Dundee immensely. So it comes back, every white man ain't your enemy, and every black man ain't your brother. You have to be who
100%.
you want everybody else to be. Be who you want everybody else to be. And guess what you will draw? You will draw the right men and women into your life. And if you're
and
talking
that's
about being a millionaire or a billionaire, you'll never do it all by yourself. Don't ever lock yourself into a corner that say, I won't deal with you because of the color of your skin. It's foolishness. You got some good white folks, you got some not so good white folks. You got some good black folks, you got some not so good, and so forth and so on. You be good, and you will attract exactly what you're supposed to attract to advance in this world. And
I
I know
want
y'all know, because I get y'all spirit. That's why I can talk so boldly while I'm on this podcast with y'all. Because I caught it very early. I caught very early talking to y'all. You get what it is that I'm saying. So when you told me about your
Indeed.
mother and them encyclopedias, Doc, it made about sense, because I caught y'all energy when I got on here. That's why I'm talking the way I'm talking. And I'm
but you
pretty
know
sure your fan base gonna pick up what I'm sorry, brother. Go ahead.
no, what I'm saying is that's a sign. You remember in Good Times, that's one of those episodes, a black encyclopedia, but that was something true in black households back in the day. And now you don't see that. You don't have those picture books, those encyclopedias, those family heirlooms in black homes to tell the story, the true story. Not like you say, not the white man trying to redirect the story, the true story of what that silverware and that plate came from. What the true story of how did aunt, grandma, great great grandmother knit that quilt. Like those stories are slowly drifting away, and they're trying to rewrite it. But like you say, if we've been telling you doing it wrong, we might as well come together and do it right. And we need to start that whole young generation, old generation, me and my brother talk about all the time, the communication of it. We have to revive that so we can tell the line, we can tell the facts, we can tell the stories of what really happened. And that's why it's so important. And I rarely hear podcasts talk about it. They talk about the miscommunication, but they never say why. My why is so you understand why the Lord put you in the predicament that you in. He put you in a spot that you in on purpose. You might be like, if for me, I've been down and out, and I came out, and it took me a while to figure out, because what I was praying for, I didn't get, but what I got was the comfort to know that I made it. I didn't get what I wanted. Hey, I need to get this bill paid. I need to get this car fixed. I need to do this. I need to get my daughter. 2 weeks later, I'm laying in bed and I thought about that and I was like, I got it done. It wasn't
It didn't
about,
come the way you thought it was going to come.
it didn't come the way I thought it was going to come, but it got done. And I look back and say, yes. And then they come back and that come around what you were saying about people around you. If you got the right people around you, you could never be at your lowest point. You can feel low, but you'll never be at your lowest point. If you got the people around you and you got God, you ain't at a low point.
I'm tired of saying that it's
That's
good.
good, brother.
I'm tired of saying that it's good white folks or good police or bad black folks. Those are the things that I'm tired of. Like I'm not gonna say, but it's some good white folks out there. No, I'm not saying that no more. I deal with everybody on the level that they greet me with. My mama had these pens. God meets you where you are. God
Good,
meets you
bro.
where you are.
Yes,
So I'm gonna meet you where you are. If you come benevolently with open arms, meaning no harm, that's exactly what you're gonna get from me. But if you spit on me, I'm gonna two-piece the fuck out you.
What's there gonna be some furniture moving? Gonna be
That's just
what's there
where,
gonna be some furniture moving, boy?
yeah,
Gonna be some furniture moving,
it's
you dig?
it's not no color, it's not no color about it no more. You feel me? I'm always gonna be on the side of people who look like me because we are so far in the negative in terms of good deeds being done to help us by who the fuck ever. If
Well,
there's you either good folks or you not. You're not good white folks and you're not bad black folks.
no,
But
no, it's
whatever energy you bring to me is the energy you're going to get back.
listen. I'm with you, brother. I'm with you. Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's
Shout out to
that's some
Motivated
good teaching,
Minds.
brother.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's some
And
good teaching,
I've
brother.
been I've been in the military because I understand the rules of engagement, and these folks is messing it up. They messing it up. Me and my brother talk all the time. It takes more energy to do somebody bad
Yep.
than to do somebody good. So your intention of doing bad, it cannot be met with peace. It cannot be met with me begging you to do what I think is right. So whatever you serve me is what I serve you. If you come to me benevolently with arms wide open, that's what you get. But 8 to 80, blind, crippled, crazy, preacher, minister, clergyman, whatever you bring to me, that's what you get. I mean that. I feel like we in a place now where it's the people on the fringe that direct the negative, that they direct the narrative. We want to all get on sexy red ass for being ignorant. But I meet way more people like Claire Huxtable than
Yeah.
I do sexy red.
But you know, the young generation talking about Claire Huxtable because she done been married 3 times. That's the sad
See,
part.
all of that is narrative based. Like, because we are so interconnected by the internet, people are being influenced. That's why
Yep.
they use that influencer follower terminology. They're being influenced by people that they don't even know nor have to care about.
Nor have to
Right.
care about. And don't
I'm
even
in
Don't
that
have to
sweet
care.
spot. Yeah, I'm in that sweet spot. I'm not so old that I don't know what the young people is talking about, and I'm not so young that I'm ignorant of an elder's wisdom. You feel me?
you always take the
Right.
wisdom. You always, man, we sit before he moved to Detroit, man, we sit with our pops every weekend. We got the same mom and daddy. They turned 50 years back August.
Mm.
At my age right now, I still hear new stories from them. Whether
For
it's
sure.
them together or whether it's them like one-on-one with somebody, another situation, I still hear stories. I still hear stories about their struggle when they was together to have nothing, to pop the piss in. You gave, my brother can quote me on this because you gave for Christmas for present, they didn't have no money. They gave like oranges and apples to each other.
Whoa.
Like, to do that, and now you together 50 years
With a kingdom.
with a kingdom, and the base of that kingdom is the Lord. So what can you tell me? You can say other stuff to me right now that'll rile me up. By the time I think about what Jesus did for me and what the Lord did for me, I got a little resolve. By the time I pray before I go to sleep, because he gave me life, he gave me breath, I can sleep through my night. And when I wake up in the morning, I thank him for waking me up, I can get through my day. Is that a cycle I got through every day? Yes, but that's my consistency in what I believe. And that's what we was taught. You can get through a lot of stuff. And it goes back to the nigga thing. Like, you can't keep calling me a nigga and getting away with it. But in a sense, those are just words. And what the Lord has given me is blessings. I'm going to take those blessings way more than how hard I'm going to take these words.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, man, I'm in a place where I'm proud of the majority of black folks. I'm proud of it. Again, it's not that niggas don't exist. It's not that foot draggers don't exist. It's not that unsavory women don't exist. but that's what the spotlight get put on.
Yep.
I talk to more people that's going out there and fighting their best to live their best life.
That's
You
right.
feel me?
That's right. That's right.
So all I can do, I don't ask. Man, look, I used to pray to God for ignorant shit. Man, hey, Lord, let me get $25 to get me through till Friday. Oh, Lord, hey, man, look, tell the weed man, let the weed man be on time today. I used to pray and ask for stupid shit. I don't ask for nothing no more. It's all grace, mercy, and thanks.
You can ask now. You just got to refine your answer.
Listen.
No, when I find myself asking, I'm disrespecting him for everything that he's given.
But did he give you dirt weed or good weed?
That's what I'm talking about.
Both. I wouldn't know what good weed it was if it wasn't for dirt weed.
Listen. And praying for more weeds than seeds.
Hey, no, hold on. Because, see, that's a whole nother conversation. Because this is unfavorable.
More weeds than seeds, you did.
No, this is unfavorable in the weed community right now, in the marijuana community right now. I'm mad that I don't see no seeds no more.
Why?
Seeds, because I'm going to tell you why. Because the seeds let me know that it came from the earth.
Oh, good point, brother.
Oh,
God, that's a good one.
No. People, I remember breaking down buds like, wait a minute. I got more seeds than I got leaves. But now in 2025, I haven't seen a cannabis seed since I know 2015.
So let me ask you, I don't eat watermelon. So what y'all think about the seedless watermelon?
That's bullshit. How is it gonna happen? Bro, you about to make me get loud. How does it come from the earth? How does it come from God without a seed?
And I was told, and I can't go into this, but I was told about God. What is it when you study? I have two friends that study. What is it called? But they were both saying it has a seed, and they didn't go into it, but both of them said the same thing at different times that it does. They say that, but it actually has some kind of seed. Because like he's saying, it's got some kind of seed. It's got what is it? Oh God, it's something that you study as it relates to
botany. Botany is the study of plants.
What is it?
Botany is the study of plants, plant life.
I don't think it's botany, it's something else. But yeah. No. It's they have to have a seed. I don't know.
Either way,
what's your thoughts about it?
Huh?
What do you think about it?
Sure, I don't
seedless watermelon.
I don't eat watermelon, but I think it should have a seed.
Okay, listen, totally off subject, but on subject. Do you know that the title of the ice cream truck song?
Yeah, it's a nigga song, not a nigga song. It's like a slave joint.
Nigga love a watermelon.
Yeah.
That's the title of that song, Doc. Just thinking about the watermelon part, right? But okay.
Yeah.
Look at all and that's where I'm at now as an elder statesman in the black community. All the things that I thought was just cool. Bruh, we don't get no justice from the ice cream truck.
Ice cream truck trapping all day and all night.
Bruh, no. I'm talking about the songs and the tones that they play are for or from the disparity that black people have to deal with. It comes from the evil that the word picnic. See, I get tight because I grew up on a certain amount of things that I thought was innocent. And we find out that even the innocent shit that we thought, because we just didn't put enough thought into it, was evil as the fuck. So I don't have any need to make white folks feel comfortable no more.
What was the thing about the picnic?
Oh boy.
When they hang a black body and they invite all the white people around to see this black body hang and then burn. And then allegedly or not allegedly, if you read the right books, eat
They
a
carnivores?
black person. Bruh.
So
I don't
that tell you how much power we got. If they want to ingest us, that tell you how much power we got. Because
I watch
it's on some religious shit. If they figure that if they burn us, they can eat us for whatever power they got. That tells you they
bruh,
look at us as
everything that they think that they do well, they got from us.
yeah.
Everything that they think that they do well, they got from us.
Bruh,
They wasn't even clean people. The Moors taught them to wash their ass. So I didn't think that the conversation that we having was gonna be the way that it is. Mr. Craig Davis, you are no. What I'm saying is you an amazing man for you to come on with the energy that you came on with. I identify with your energy. I understand your energy. Even if I don't agree with every sentiment that you made this evening, I understand where you are as the man that you are. And I appreciate that.
And likewise, brothers. And again, man, I'm thankful to be here. And I know we came on about your hands. Listen, the finest. The time is drawing near for us to close. But 2255 custom master. Listen, man, if you can think it, we can create it.
Real quick,
That's it. Just if you can think,
run your resume of people that got your hats. I'll tell my brother, you just get 803 fresh. I'm in Columbus, South Carolina. 803 fresh going hard around here. Just give a
yeah, we just did 803 fresh, man. We got him one. And man, we want to get y'all one. You know what I'm talking about? It's and 2255, man, when you research it spiritually, it means that we ought to bring beauty to the world. And if there is no beauty, we got to create some beauty. Have mercy. You know, be ever wonderful, man. Be the light of the world, man. Live a life that glorifies God.
Once upon a
That's
time,
what we try to do, man. We just try to make the world beautiful. That's all.
Once upon a time, I called myself a rapper. You know what I'm saying? It's because I put words together in a way that people appreciate. So one of the lines that I wrote a long time ago, and then you may have heard it in another context, you may have heard it from another person, but I for sure pinned it. Black folks, when you go out into the world, your presence is a present for the people around you.
You took that from their sister act. Presence of the Lord is here. Presence of the Lord is here.
That's the presence of the Lord. I could never compete with that. What I'm saying is because we made in his likeness, that my presence is a present to the people around.
Presence, right? A presence that folks would open.
Yeah.
Let your presence be a present that folks will. I would take that one with me. Y'all left me with a few gems tonight, man. You know, y'all left me with a few with a few gems, and I appreciate
the conversation, and I appreciate the fact that there are certain people that look like us that's scared to have a conversation with this energy, because you gonna have your raccoons, you gonna have your Tim Scotts, you feel me? But don't be mad at him, because he's doing what he think he's supposed to do. That ain't got nothing to do with what you supposed to do.
Well, who is Tim Scott?
Mad. Tim Scott is
he's the donkey from Shrek.
Tim Scott is a black man from South Carolina who is a bootlicker. If you're familiar with the bootlicker, he's a bootlicker for the current commander in chief.
Okay.
If you need to know more, you don't need to know more. Just know Tim Scott is gonna do Tim Scott type stuff. But you have been around in close proximity with folks that look like you, that seem to think that whatever the YT people give them, they think that they can equal up to the YT standard. And like we talked about today, I don't care about their standard no more. Get up to my standard. Get up to the black excellence standard. Whatever you feel like you need to do is what you feel like you need to do. And don't let the energy that I have make you think that I have a disdain for anybody that's a part of the human race. But I'm no longer going out of my way to say, oh, we some good white folks out there. I no longer am going out of my way to say, it's some good police out there. I shouldn't have to say that.
No, you shouldn't have to say it.
I shouldn't have to say that.
You shouldn't have to say it. You shouldn't have to. You shouldn't have to say it. Right?
So I won't say it no more.
Right.
Let me ask you this, Craig, before we got here. What's the power of your crown? You create these crowns. Because we really didn't get into the hats.
Bring me back. Bring me back. Listen, next time you bring me back, we'll talk about nothing. I promise. We'll talk about nothing but fedoras, man. You know what I mean? But actually, man, what it is, man, is I just believe the word of God, man. I believe the word of God that my tithes increase the gifting of my hands. You know, I love how people look when they try to head on and that energy raises. It's something that's called enclosed. Oh gosh, it was just across my mind. Enclosed cognition, and what it means is, and it was just coined maybe like a decade or so ago, and two guys came up with it. Enclosed cognition, and it means how you feel when you put your clothes on. And I knew early on when I started that God was like, man, this is to bring beauty to the world. You know the song about Earth, Wind, and Fire, there is no beauty. You got to make some beauty, have mercy. That's our job. Just to bring some beauty into the world, man. And that man is really just our goal. And of course to earn a living and other things, man, but to be a give back to the universe. You know what I mean? What I'm saying, man. Listen, I was out in Vegas and on stage, and I said the same thing. Be who you want everybody else to be, because what you will innately you will attract you.
Yeah,
you will attract you. That's it. You innately you will attract who you are. This is a misnomer that opposites attract. That's a lie. No, they don't. They don't. Opposites do not likes attract, not opposites. I tell you what, here it is, right? Here's the litmus test. Y'all gonna get a kick out of this one. Find a guy and a girl that's been together for some time, and this guy ain't nothing coming or going. He just ain't nothing coming or going, right? They break up. All these years, you've been trying to figure out why Lisa with John. That boy ain't nothing coming or going. Let the two of them split, and Lisa asks you to borrow some money. You'll find that Lisa's character is just like John. Hers was just dressed up a little bit better. That thing about light and dark, oil and water. Oh, light and dark can reside at the same time. I'll challenge anybody about that. But it won't last very long. It might last 3 to 6 months at most. And hopefully ain't nobody that got pregnant that locks you into a relationship. But baby, give it a good 6 months and they'll separate. Nah, that just won't for me. Now, it was just some things about I didn't like. Yeah,
that's a whole nother conversation. For real.
Cause get what? Representative. Your representative got to take a day off. We all show up without representative. You think I show up using profanity? Do you think all the profanity I've used?
I do.
Do you think I meet a woman and use all the profanity? I wouldn't have the woman I have now if my vocabulary appeared to be as minimal as it's been on this conversation today. As if you think that profanity is a limited, it shows a limited vocabulary. Man, I've used all kind of profanity. No, I was me today. I was
I'm gonna tell you
exactly
what
I was exactly me today. But
I've been
sometimes your me, I would say,
I've been perfecting my cussing.
talk about it.
I've been perfecting my cussing. This is the thing. No matter what you think of me, no matter what she think of how I talk, no matter what they think of my skin color, I only have to answer to the Most High. And I talk to him every day.
Every day.
And sometimes I curse to him.
I
So
do.
who you think you are?
Man, listen. Listen. This has been the highlight probably of my entire month so far, Doc. No, for real. You know how you just be like, man, if I get an opportunity, listen, I'm just gonna listen, I've been waiting on this right here, Doc. I've been waiting on to get some set straight, man, in my mind with some folks I think that need to hear this come from my just what I think, man. Love
we
you.
have to we have to continue to be able to have these conversations. These conversations where we be real about all of what it is to be a black person and not afraid to say what people that don't look like us feel about us. I'm tired of having conversations where people just not being really authentic to themselves. I have no fear no more. My mother, my father, my brother, they raised me to be a motherfucker. And I'm comfortable with that.
Hey man, listen, man, get it how you live, brother. Get it how you live. I'm with you, brother. No, man, listen. I think it's a beautiful thing, man, when you can be unapologetically you. And man, listen, I just heard a lot that you said today, man. Listen, I will meet you where you are.
Yep.
I
Meet
will
you where
meet you.
you are.
I will meet you where you are. That's man.
Yep.
Listen, that's everybody. How could you not respect that? I'm gonna meet you where you are.
But see, some
This is
people
what I
don't see the
stand for.
depth of
This.
that. They'll think that's lazy. I know what you're saying, but some people think that's lazy. I'm just saying, some people
Oh,
think that's lazy, but I know what you're talking about.
I know what you're talking about. Right, that part.
Yeah.
Well, man, listen, y'all, listen. First of all, I want to thank y'all for having me. No, really, I want to thank y'all, man, for having me. This was really good for my soul, man. It was really just good for my soul. Because here's the thing: when men talk like how we have spoken this afternoon, quote unquote, we aren't given platforms where the masses will hear us. But all it takes is for one to hear.
One.
All it takes is for one to hear.
Yeah.
All it takes is for one to hear. All it takes is for one to
That
hear.
one can
All it takes is
touch
one.
10,000.
All it takes is one. All it takes is one. All it takes is one. All it takes is one, Doc. All it takes is one. And you were saying why it is that some people don't speak. Well, some people, when you don't love, I'm telling you, man. Listen, this is a whole thing, man. When you start to love you,
Who?
when you just start to love you, when you start to love you, man, everything you see in this world, man, is gonna change. It's gonna change, and you gonna know to do the right thing as you believe it to be. You'll know to do the right thing at the right time. That's love, Doc. That's
That's,
love. That's that.
hey,
That in my opinion, it's just love, brother. Straight
I
up.
just, I just want to tell you, we are getting out of here. I didn't get. So me and my brother started this back in 2021, man. We were supposed to start this before COVID. We got our homeboy a DJ, a famous DJ around here, and he said, "Man, y'all need to start that." We never started it. This is when we hanging out at our pop's house having drinks in the driveway. This is our conversation. So we got a 60-something-year-old man, older generation, younger generation,
70. Shit.
70, and we just have similar conversations to this, and we just vibe out. We just wanted to put it on there, so we don't be on here for clickbait. We ain't on here trying to say we need 200,000 subscribers. This is our conversation if the camera is off. So this is the real
Okay.
us.
This is our contribution. This is what you got to figure out. This is what you got to figure out as black folks. No matter what you believe, no matter what you care about, what do you have to give back to the people that look like you? I might not have the money to save everybody, but I got words.
Big words.
I might not have the resources to save everybody, but I got a good heart.
Big heart.
I won't intentionally tell you wrong. And whether I die with 50 million or 50 cents, God gave me whatever purpose he gave me. People act like they got it figured out. You don't know why God put you here until you start talking to him like a regular person. When you start communicating with him as the Most High.
Let me tell you this real quick. Just because you said that, it's sad because people talk to Alexa more than they talk to God.
But that boy trying to drop a bar. He trying to drop a bar.
He trying to drop a bar. That'll preach on any Sunday right there now.
But if you
look, ladies and gentlemen, this train kind of went off the rails, but we got to the destination.
We did.
We got to the destination. Buy 2255.
We got to the destination.
That's what we need y'all to do.
Hey,
we need y'all to
2255 custom ads. Craig Davis, amazing individual, amazing energy, and incredible haberdashery. Get you a hat to fit the rest of your haberdashery. You feel me?
That's what you do, Doc. That's what you do. And man, listen again, success, prosperity, man, and longevity, everything it is y'all doing, man. I ain't got to tell you to keep your hands in the hands of the man from Galilee. I think your parents did a very fine job with that little bit right there. Man, listen, the world is your oyster, Doc. The world is your oyster. 2 words, keep going. That's it. That's all I got. I ain't got nothing else tonight. Just
we're going to have you back. We're going to have you back because, again, I like your energy, man. Look, I'm Jay Walker III. What you got for the people, Carolina, before we get up out of here?
I just want to appreciate 2255 for coming on here. We love it when the conversation don't go with kind of the idea of the conversation because that gives you who the guest is. It's a raw conversation. There's no way you saw the flyer, the write-up, and think we were going to go this deep. So I definitely appreciate him for coming on here. And like you said, it was food to his soul. It was that soul food. Yeah. That's what people want. We don't need no hot topics. We don't need no content going viral. If it goes viral, it's going viral for the intelligent reasons, not just for the ignorant reasons. So I appreciate you. Your hats you got, they all fire. I got a couple hats, but my fedora is cheap. But your shits is extra fire. And
thank you. Our Instagram is the number 2255 custom SSIG. The number 2255 custom.com is our website. So, man, listen, this has been great. Iron sharpens iron. You know, I'm thankful to be here, Doc. And y'all two brothers, y'all keep going. But next time y'all have me on, we'll talk about the fedoras.
Hey, man, look, whatever we talk about is God's plan.
Yeah,
God's plan.
He speak through both of us, man. Look, I don't have no power that my brother had that he don't have. And you don't have no power that either of us had. You feel me? We all the same if we think about it hard enough.
Oh, yeah.
For the people that don't get it, you thinking you better, that's a defect in your brain. If you thinking you better than somebody because you got a pair of J's on, or you got a bunch of tattoos, or your skin is lighter than everybody else's, that's a defect in your brain.
Hey, let me ask you.
I ain't saying no more. We done preached all day. We done preached for an hour and 15 minutes, Carl.
Okay, let me ask one thing. When I asked you for an invite on the show and you saw the name, that'd be the thing that get people not to be a guest on our show. But as you've seen what we do on this show, It has a drinking title, but you can see that we do keep our head level. And I've been drinking, my brother been drinking, but we are not on here belligerent. And that's one thing that it kind of eats at my soul when people be like, I ain't into the drinking and all that. Nah, we have normal conversation. You might have to go back and look.
You don't have to explain yourself to nobody.
Yeah,
this is our show. We do what we want to do, when we want to do it, how we want to do it, on any day that we want to do it.
Okay.
Enough.
Hey man, look.
That's it.
I love everybody unless you don't love me back. People ain't comfortable saying that. So the way I end the show is love the people who love you back. This is the BOTB Live Show. That's my brother Carolina Dirt. Special shout out, special thanks and gratitude to Craig Davis, 2255 Custom Hats. You can find him on IG. Type in 2255 Custom Hat. You can find him. And he got that fire for you. But until the next time, ladies and gentlemen, man, we appreciate y'all for tuning in. If you feel some kind of way about what we said, we was definitely talking to you. We go, man. Y'all be easy.